I'm so happy to be here.
Hi everyone, Jen here, and this is my friend Kyra.
Hello there.
And she's joining me on this very special episode today because we are going to talk about being singing waitresses.
Woo!
And we are actually in my mom's California garage. We spent about a good 20 minutes running around the yard trying to figure out where the best lighting was, and folks, this is just it.
We found our light.
We're actors, we find our light. Kyra's here today because I recently went into the Fizz Co diner in Guam, and I spent a day as a singing waitress.
Yes.
And we did that.
We did that.
And Kyra and I were singing waitresses together in New York City. We grew up here, just outside of San Francisco. We both went to New York and went to school, and then we both wound up working at the same diner full of singing waiters. If you've ever waited tables, it stays with you. The nightmares never really end, no matter where you've worked. And we happen to have worked at Ellen's Stardust Diner in the middle of Times Square, New York City, which is, that's a mouthful right there. Like, you're in Times Square, you're in New York City, you're dealing with tourists, you're serving food, and you're singing on top of all of this. So the way that this episode came about was we were actually filming the Guam Part 2 episode, and as we were leaving the mall, I saw this diner and I was like, I worked at a place sort of just like that in New York City. I got this idea that it would be really fun to revisit my singing waitress days and do a vlog about it. So I thought, who better to sort of commentate on this diner episode than someone who's actually worked as a singing waitress in a diner. And now she's back living in California, and
you're
life
in
is on.
Guam.
And I'm in Guam, but I'm here right now. But Kyra here is going to help me kind of go through this footage and intersperse it with some stories of our actual time as singing waitresses. Oh wait, before we start, we'd like to open this entire segment with sort of a throwback number I used to do at the diner, which we actually made a music video for back in the day.
Yes.
So I wrote a parody of Happy Working Song, and I changed all the lyrics to kind of reflect on our lives as singing waiters there at the Ellen Stardust Diner, and we made a cute little video.
Oh, it's one of my favorite things
really
that we
fun.
ever did at that diner.
And so we figured what better way to open up this entire episode than with a little throwback to my original Happy Working Song parody. If you want to see the original, I'll make sure to put it in the links below, and you can check out our original, which is pretty old, so I apologize for the quality that it is on YouTube now, because it was like 2000.
It was a while ago, but the material is super cute.
Yeah. So we're gonna open with that. Enjoy.
Come, my little friends, as we all sing a happy little working song. Merry little voices, clear and strong. Come and roll your sleeves up, so to speak, and pitch in. Cleaning crowd up in the kitchen as we sing along. Trill a cheery tune as you dine while we serve you stinky fish and chips. Refill your glasses so we get good tips to the gay refrain of a happy working song.
Hi, we are here at Fizz Co. We just got here, so we're just setting up and getting ready. But we're already winning because what are they playing when we walked in the door?
Grease Lightning 2. Oh, it's just Grease, isn't it? Grease 2.
You hear that? Our country, the red, white, and the blue. Have you seen this, Haley? Have you seen this movie? Haley?
I don't think I have.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, we're taking our first order. They were from Korea, I think, and
I saw you were making some big hand gestures, little hot dog, big hot dog.
We did that a lot. In New York, we did that a lot because lots of times they were tourists that came from all over the world, and there was definitely language barriers. So you'd end up
playing charades. Sometimes you could speak the same language, but it was so loud in there that you still had to do that in order to have people understand what you're trying to say.
Would you like something on your burger?
Or
So I feel like it's going really well so far. We get the singing going soon, but we kind of want to take care of like getting people's food on the table first. And yeah, then maybe we'll see if we can make a milkshake or something.
Hey Jen, there's a drink called Tango with Jen.
Okay, great. Pico hot dog. That's got pico de gallo on it. Yeah, I was right. So I took a few orders and then I figured it was time to get the singing going.
Yeah,
And
that's what they came for.
do you remember this? I'm gonna stick with Grease for my first song since they're playing it right now. And I'm kind of having like flashbacks because this is what we used to do. I did this when I was a singing waiter. We'd come over to the computer and we'd pick out our karaoke. Yeah, so
That gives me anxiety for some reason.
that clip.
Just like I
Remembering
think
picking
you said
up.
this too, like scrolling through the computer frantically trying to figure
like,
out
which
what
song am I gonna sing
is the
next?
right thing for the moment.
So when I first got to the diner back in the day, we didn't have like an iTunes list or anything like that. We had CDs.
Oh yes.
We had
That was
CDs
fun.
in. Wait, hold on. Don't move. We had books of CDs. Remember these? Remember these? And look what mine says on the front. Not a public library, so piss off.
Piss off!
We were very territorial over not only our CDs, but the songs we sang. So there was this record store a block away. Colony Records, and you'd buy, it'd come with two CDs, one with the learning track on it, and then one with just the karaoke. And you drop like $30 to $40 for these CDs. $40 to get one song off that CD. One song!
That being said, if someone asked and wanted, asking is the key.
It would get very dramatic.
Yeah.
Like those things really mattered very.
We're actors, so you know.
Our emotions are like right here.
So
all the
many
time.
feelings.
Gotta be going to that malt shop in the sky.
So Jen, how'd that go?
I pretty much messed up every other lyric, so that was great.
Do you think you'll want to rehearse the next song before you sing it?
Definitely not.
It was an itsy-bitsy-teeny-weeny out of my diaper that you wore for the first time today. Hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to ya. Goody goody for you, goody goody for me, and I hope you're satisfied, you rascal you. Let's dance it out. Children of my own, they ask their mother, what will they be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I don't intend to be. No. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see.
We've got a grilled cheese. We've got a kiwi and banana. Back at the Stardust diner, we call that an Elvis.
Behind the scenes. So the fame is kind of getting to Jen's head a little bit.
What did you say? Is the fame going to my head? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm a huge deal. All right, for my next trick, I'm gonna see if I remember how to make a milkshake. And I'm gonna make it for Haley here because I don't wanna harm anyone else in this diner any more than they need to be.
Do you want to tell them about my husband?
Yeah! So then I decided to make a milkshake, and Kyra here ended up marrying our most attractive soda jerk.
What can I say makes a good milkshake?
He makes a good
I wanted
milkshake.
it forever and ever.
I wonder if he would have liked the milkshake I made. All right, I'm gonna make a milkshake for the first time in a really long time. Okay, so she wants an Oreo surprise.
So you're gonna take your cup, get your milk out.
Yeah, he was the soda jerk slash bartender, so he made all the shakes and desserts and the mixed drinks that we had.
And you didn't really set foot behind there either, unless
their territory.
it was an emergency. Like if they were gone and you're like, I need 3 milkshakes immediately, then we'd start making them. So inappropriate. This is a family
Looks like
party.
you've had a lot of practice with that, Jen.
Careful, Haley, this is your milkshake. I think I did mediocre at best.
Do I get to try my milkshake?
Yes. How is it, Haley?
It's actually not that bad.
Still got it. So let's talk about harassing customers. And when I say harassing, we really just mean singing to them whether they were willing or not.
Yes.
This is a common practice at the Ellen Stardust Diner.
Yes.
So
Jen was very good at that.
I enjoy harassing people.
I tried. It usually came off as awkward.
Two arms to hold me tenderly.
There's different things. There's the ones that are willing and they're super fun. They're into it. And then there's the ones that are not. Sometimes you got a solid no, which was always
I usually would get those people.
yeah, they would. You'd be like, come on, come up for a song, and they would just like shut you down so hard.
I'll find my Valentine.
Other times you would find someone that
Totally.
added so much more to the performance because they're so into it.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
like-
playing along with you.
Yeah, and this guy Remington was sort of down the middle.
He's in the middle.
He wasn't unwilling. He was totally there for it, and I think he did pretty well. I taught him how to look off and do the musical theater gaze. And I think he did quite well.
This is called a musical theater embrace. Where the boys are.
I do it.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the tree.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Someone waits for
Big sigh together. Then there would be kind of the time of the night at the diner where we'd all lose our minds completely. It's like when you just get slap happy. You've been working for like 8 hours.
That was always my favorite part of the night.
You just lose your mind and weird things start happening.
Weird
and
magical
What went from like weird magical things? Yes. Things went from like, lightly harassing people while you're singing to just accosting them.
myself, don't want to live by myself anymore. I need a drink real bad. Why don't you look at me anymore? I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet. Thank you.
The music never stopped.
No,
it
it
never
doesn't.
ever stopped
Never
at that
stops.
place. So you're just like
If you're not
constantly
singing, somebody else is.
bombarded with noise and people
It's a sensory overload.
with a line around the block that doesn't stop.
Yes.
This was my big number on Broadway, so I'm gonna.
So before I did this vlog, I asked friends, like, what would you want me to sing? And people said, happy working song, big time. It was very swing dancey. And so I feel like that's my legacy at the diner.
I feel like I kind of made singing big soprano numbers okay. Like people started to do that more after and
there was a time where it was just like, it was a belter's world in there. And, like,
and you were looked down upon if you did a soprano ballad. I would use one of those numbers as my big.
And then we started hiring more sopranos.
Yeah.
Now my name's in rights above the title, or it's not on the dotted line. On the back lots now, I call the shots now. When there's a contract to sign, I'm up in the big time, so I beat them late. I'm up in the big time, so I'm always late. I tell them, oh, let's do lunch, then give them that 1-2 punch. About the big brass first class, big time lunch. My motto is, I've got mine, I'll live on the bottom line. I'm here in the 18, but drinking big time. When you make that line, I'll hush you I die. Big time.
And we want to thank you so much for letting us come down and like take over your restaurant. But come down anytime. The food is really good, and I'm not just saying that. They fed me a burger, and it was amazing. So thank you so much again.
No, thank you, Jen. Bye. Bye. Thank you for coming over.
So watching that, Kyra, watching me sort of relive our waitress days in this tiny little diner, how'd that make you feel? Did you feel sweaty? Do you feel like... Or is it kind of okay?
I think it's kind of okay. Yeah. I mean, there's certain things that bring me a little bit of anxiety, but in general, I look upon that as a happy time in my life.
Yeah, it's definitely, I went through a phase when I first left where I was like wanting nothing to do with it. Like you do with any job. You're like, I need space from this, but like now I look on it very fondly as like this crazy, weird, kind of like a rite of passage as an actor in New York City to be like, I worked at that diner and I survived.
I know, it makes you feel like you can do anything.
That's what we leave you with today. If you can work as a singing waiter in the middle of Times Square,
you can do anything.
I'm sorry to shout, but here.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Broadway? Yes, this is Jen.
Yeah.
They saw the vlog. You saw the vlog? Yes? No, Heather's not my baby. No, Heather belongs to Haley. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'll put you in touch. Okay, thank you. They wanted Heather. They wanted you. That was not nearly as tiring as an Ellen shift, but it was only 2 hours.
Did Haley get to sing?
Yes.
While you guys were there?
Yes, Haley got to sing. We were so busy inside while it was actually happening that it was just kind of chaos. So they ended up setting up Haley with her own like section.
They did?
They did, and she sang, and it was amazing.
Awesome.
Let's get down to business to defeat the odds. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met. You can bet before we're through. Somehow I'll make a man out of you.